I have a couple minutes here. Actually, it's 7:30 now. We're going to be doing a live stream. I got lots of coins to go through, so we can kind of pick and choose whichever ones we want to go through. My idea was I was going to start in quarters, so hopefully we can maybe find some silver. Maybe we'll find some W mint, West Point mint in the 2019s and the 2020s. Maybe we can find some nickels to go through as well. Maybe we can find some silver nickels, maybe some silver quarters. I do have pennies left over. Actually, I have a brand new box of pennies that I can bust into. We can look for wheat cents. We can look for errors. We can look for varieties. All kinds of different stuff to be looking for. So, haven't opened up this box of quarters yet. I have this whole brand new box here, unopened quarters. So we'll be breaking that open here in just a little bit. See if we can't find something nice in there. So I'm gonna get this off the table because it's super heavy. Bust open that in just a minute. I wanted to kind of review some of these finds that we've had the last couple days. Mostly Wheaties I want to just review real quick. So we got a 52 out of Denver. These have been pretty decent shape coins for the most part. 1958 last year, wheat cent out of Philadelphia. 1958, another last year. This one's out of Denver. The Denver mint mark on this one is super close to the date. Not touching, but it's dang close, that's for sure. 46 San Francisco. Pretty sweet find. This is all off the last box. I think I probably found 15, maybe 18 wheat cents. I didn't save them all, or I didn't set them all off in the same pile because I moved in the middle of that box. So 55 out of Philly. These ones are good ones to look for extreme double die obverse. Came up with a 46 out of Denver. A little bit rougher shape, a little more smoothed off. I think this one had that O and 1 on the reverse. Looks like it had a little bit of a grease error maybe going on. Just slightly less defined, and it's not normal wear either. Might be some sort of grease error. That reverse, see how it seems like it's worn off, but it also seems like the bottom of the P, bottom of the L, bottom of the U, like that whole spot had some sort of grease error, perhaps. 46 out of Denver, and then, oh yeah, this is a scratch, I think. Or is it? Or is it a die crack? It might be a die crack, actually. I'm trying to remember if I just feel it. Yeah, it's a bump. It's a bump on there. I'll have to look at that one closer under some more light. Sometimes the scope seems like it's a bump. You feel it seems like it's a bump, but it still could be a dent or divot or a scratch or gouge. Here's a 57 out of Denver. Wheat cent. Pretty nice shape. And another 55 out of Philly. This one's pretty slick, but nonetheless, sweet find. I have all kinds of other ones down here too. Like I said, I didn't set them all off to the side. I set a bunch of them off to the side, but I got so many coins here. Let's see if we can find a couple more of those from that specific box. I gotta clean up in between boxes sometimes. It gets kind of hairy sometimes. Now there's a bunch more. That was a really, really good box. I'll tell you that right now. Here's more that I found from that same box, pennies. Another 58 out of Philadelphia. 44, Denver. I did check them for steel, not steel. 53 out of Denver. 56 out of Denver. 50s, 40s, and 50s are pretty fairly common to be pulling out of these rolls. 47 Denver. I have pulled 30s out of them. I have pulled teens. And I've pulled Indian head sent out before as well. So just one. But the more you look, the more likely, right? 53. I think there's some other ones as well, but anyway, you get the point. There was a lot of good finds in that box. Over a dozen wheat cents. Got a good stack there. I don't even think that's all of them yet, but pretty awesome. So we're gonna bust open this quarter roll. I do have NGC Coin website open to the side here. I'll walk you guys through that for where I'm going for everything. So ngccoin.com, go under resources, variety plus, right there. We're looking at United States coins, obviously. We're going to go for, sorry for the bumping. We're going to go for quarters, 443 varieties in quarters. I'm going to open up America the Beautiful, state and territorial, and Washington quarters. So we got 3 tabs open up here. And for each one of these, there's, for the America Beautiful, there's only a couple. There's a 2015 P DDR Homestead, 2020 P DDO Salt Bay. Most of them we're probably going to be looking at these 1932 to 1998s. So let's go ahead and get right into it. I don't have a really good setup to open it on camera, but we'll go ahead and bust open that first roll. Ooh, in Alaska. I gotta look for that extra claw on the Alaska ones. It's been a minute since I opened up some quarters, but we'll see if we can remember some of these coins we're looking for. See first if we had any silver. Should stand out at us. I got one really shiny rim right here. It's probably just a newer quarter. It's not fat like a proof coin would be. Got a couple new ones in there. We'll get to them. Let's start at the top. 2019. Remember on 2019s and 2020s, we're always looking for that West Point or the W Mint. Nope, just a Denver. American Memorial Park, 2019. Northern Mariana Islands. We're always looking for extra metal. We're just taking a glance at the front, at the reverse. We're flipping them top to bottom, and both sides should be right side up. So if you flip it and it's not right side up, you know you have an error. I actually have one of those. Show you guys. It's called a rotated die. See if I can find it. I have all these things in flips. Rotated die, there we go. So if you find one like this is a 67. It's nothing special about the coin itself, nothing special about the year. 67 out of Philly, but you rotate it, you flip it this way, and look how off center that is, or look how rotated that thing is. What's up, Jose? Welcome to the stream. This is about 40, I'm going to say in 46 to 47 degrees. rotated from front to back, that's where your value comes in. 45 degrees plus rotated either way, super valuable, or much more value than 25 cents, we'll say. Depends on the grade of the coin, obviously. I'm gonna cruise through some of these. Here's a 65 out of Philly. These ones are looking for doubling. Oh, I like quarters. They're nice and big in the scope. So a 65 from NGC Coin. 65 Philadelphia. We're looking for a double die obverse and a double die reverse. We have some really great examples on the website as well. So we're gonna look at all the lettering. I've found these that have been machine doubled before, which is, it's still a mint error, but it's not like a valuable error, so I wouldn't send them in for grading or anything. Look for a DDR. We're gonna have to scope out just a touch. Quarters. You can see them pretty well. So the 65 Philly, looking for a DDO and a DDR. Just doubling in the letters. I have found a 65 DDR, machine doubled, which is where the planchet slips while it's doing its thing. I believe the 83 has a spitting eagle. Not on the 84 though. 80, yeah, 83 Philadelphia spitting eagle. So all these George Washington coins where he's facing the right, you're looking at his nose and his mouth. You're looking for a nose wart and a drooling George for just basically extra metal. There's the Celia Cruz. You can check out his nose, see if there's any extra bumps, check out his mouth. That one looks a little goofy. It's got like a spot on his mouth somewhere there. I have an example of this as well. Drooling George. So this is the 2022 My Angelo Drooling George. See that little chunk of extra metal there on his, right in his lip there. It's kind of what we're getting at, looking at his nose and his mouth for that extra metal. So that's the Drooling George. You have extra metal on either side on pretty much any coins, but we're just looking for the stuff we know to look for. Here's a 2008 Denver, Alaska. I just check all of the Alaska coins, look for a extra claw, the 6th claw. See if I have a good example of that one. So here's a 2008 Philadelphia, Alaska extra claw. Put that into the scope for you. Check out that claw. He's got a big old blob of extra metal there right in the middle of those claws there. That's what we're looking for. And it doesn't add a ton of value. I mean, it's worth more than a quarter. It's worth a couple bucks, maybe. If you get a really, really gnarly one, it might be worth more, but that's generally what I find, just like that one. '93 Philly. 99 out of Denver. I have yet to find a silver quarter in a bank box. I know it's doable, but I have not. These ones, I just like to look at the buckets, see if you see any extra metal sticking out there. '21 Phillies. We're looking at his hat for extra metal. Oregon or Oregon, I'm not quite sure. There's Crater Lake, never been there. 93 out of Philadelphia. There's a 98. In pretty good shape. I don't save them unless like I don't see any bag marks or circulation marks on these suckers. So the 82 and the 83, they did not make, or is it the 81 and the 82? Didn't make proof sets. I'm gonna have to find my sheet here. Coin varieties. I got a sheet off to the side here. Coin varieties. 82 and 83. I've been told I did not make mint sets of these guys. So if you have one in really good shape, this one's pretty scratched up. Got a lot of scrapes on it, but generally I'll save these just because they didn't make mint sets. You might have a chance to find something really good. What's up, Chew? Where's the pink hand? Where's the pink hand at? Tuskegee Airmen. Look for a burning building on these guys. I've also heard you can find stuff up in the goggles sometimes, but generally Tuskegee. I'll look for that burning building there. It's Friday, baby. Unreal. Skating into a busy weekend. We got snow here today, North Dakota. Philadelphia, 2017 effigy mounds. I think you can get a doubled udder on this guy. I haven't seen a great example of it, but 2024, looking for the drooling George. Looking for the nose wart. Another Celia Cruz. 74, getting a little bit on the older side. Nothing in a 74. Just double check. Nope, 72. We're bound to find a bicentennial coin here. Eventually. We got a whole box to go through. We're not going to finish it up tonight, obviously, but Chickasaw 2011 out of Denver. Like I said, it's been a minute since I did quarters, so it's going a little slower. Another 82. For the 83, we look for a spitting eagle. 82, we'll save them. We'll probably go through a bunch of them and just try to save the best of them. But Idaho 2007. I got an Idaho coin here sitting off to the side. Check out this one. This is look how awesome condition this one is in. There's no scratches on it. My plastic is kind of wrinkled on it. But check that sucker out. No scratches. No dings. That's why I put it in a flip. Like, that thing is sweet. Don't let that plastic fool you. It's just, look at that. Beautiful coin. That's what I'm looking for too. I'm looking for nice coins. These are 2020 Salt River Bay out of Denver. We would be looking for these in West Point mints. 2020, and if it was a Philadelphia, we'd look for a DDO. No such luck. 95 Philadelphia. 2021, looking at George Washington's hat again. Looking for an extra clump of metal. I have a couple of these. I don't have them handy. I wish I could show you, but you can look them up on eBay. Whoa, whoa, Nelly! We have a proof. I picked this one up. This is the one, remember I said it had a shiny edge? We have a Hawaii S proof. This is not a silver, it's a clad proof. Dang! This is why we look at coins, folks. Look at the mirror finish on that sucker. It's unreal. Just even the rim feels different. Look how different that looks under the scope. Bam! I'm gonna compare it to this guy. This is just a Mississippi. Look at this one. Look how lame that one looks. Look how awesome that one looks. United States of America. S proof, baby. First roll. Hawaii. First roll. And we can compare this to. Look at the finish on those suckers. Proof is on the right, obviously. It's like looking in a mirror. You guys ever find any proofs? You guys ever look for these suckers? This one's definitely getting the saved section. Unlike this Mississippi, going back to the bank. Lives to see another bank. Missouri. Here's another 2020. If only it was a W mint. Just a Denver. Man, that proof, baby. That's what it's all about. Minnesota, looking for the extra tree in Minnesota. Right there, smack dab in the middle. Right about there, in that gap right there, you're looking for an extra tree. Next up, hey now, bicentennial. What did I say? We're going to find a bicentennial. 1976. Out of Denver. Little drummer boy. '76 out of Denver. So we can look for a DDO on this one. So we're going to look at all of the lettering on the obverse. Check for extra value. If you have any of these little drummer boys, look at the letters on it. Look for extra value. They could be a walking gold mine in your pocket. Look at that mashed up Denver mint. I'm going to save this little drummer boy bicentennial quarter. I save all of mine. Just because I really enjoy the design on them. Last one of the roll. First roll of quarters. We got a Denver, another Alaska. We will look for the extra claw. I just got some mashed potatoes going on. Let's go for another roll, huh? Roll number 2. See if we can find another proof. See if we can find a W mint, a silver. I don't know. We'll see what we can find. Not sure if the coin counter machines at the bank kick silver back or not. I'm guessing they probably do. But you never know. Some old lady could have came in with their silver, brought to the bank, got rolled up. The lady looked at me funny today when I asked her for a box of quarters. She's like, "It's $500." I said, "Yeah, I know. I'll take one." She said, "Okie dokie." North Dakota, my home state. 2006. Look at those bison. What did the daddy buffalo say to his boy when he left for school? Bye, son. Gotta love it. Sorry, that wasn't a coin joke, but it was a joke. It was just a dad joke. Philadelphia, 2013, Great Basin, Nevada. There's a 71 Denver. Got some shine to it. 71 Denver, looking for a DDR and a Type H reverse. So here's what we're going to do. Look for that DDR, double die reverse. Look at all the lettering on the reverse. This is in really good shape for 71 especially. Look for any doubling. This is in really good shape. Holy cow. And then the Type H reverse, we look at these arrows on the left side of the eagle. And if you cannot see the tips of these, if all these arrow tips are buried into this leaf, then that's the Type H reverse. This is the Type G, not the one we're looking for. But man, that's in pretty good shape. I'll take a second look-see at that one. 95 Denver with some black schmooze on it. There's a Eleanor Roosevelt, looking for the Drew and George and the nosewort. And check her hat and see if there's anything extra going on her hat. Look at that mug. Great Smoky Mountains. Yeah, buddy. Denver. 94 Philly. Another Philly 2017. I've heard some stuff you can look at, like the guns and stuff. Lots of these cores you can look for die chips, like little extra bumps of metal on everything. You have to look at a lot of coins or compare them all to the original design unless you really know what you're looking for. Like that little button there, I don't know if that's supposed to be there or not. I used to look at every quarter, both sides, under the scope. It just takes forever. You find things that are worth like 50 cents. Delaware, Philadelphia, looking for the spitting horse. Nope. I have one of these. Let me find it. Come on, spitting horse, where'd you go? Here we go. 99, Delaware spitting horse. This is what we're looking for. See that line from his mouth to those letters? That's the spitting horse we're looking for. Adds value. All these little things add a little bit of value. Here's a marked coin. 88. Someone's putting their initials on them. I already looked at this coin. I don't need to check it again. I don't need to waste my time. 67. That's the rotated die I found before. 67. But I'm pretty sure there's nothing else on a 67. Nope. Here's another Alaska. We'll be checking out for that extra claw. Ooh, that's dirty. That is dirty. Not the extra claw we're looking for, but it's all good. 2022, another American woman, Anna Mae Wong. There's a few different things you can look for: the teardrop, the hangnail, and a die chip in her name. I think it's in May, but I usually just look at everything just to be sure. Denver, another North Dakota. That is just such a beautiful coin. Anybody ever been to North Dakota? Everyone says it's flat, but it's not. You should come visit. Kentucky 2001 Denver. Let's find a W mint. Block Island 2018. A Denver as well. $20.22 Denver. Dr. Sally Ride. Nice. Another 2022. Another Anime Wong. We'll check out for those same things. The teardrop, the hangnail, and the name die chip. Nothing. There's a Perry's Victory 2013 Denver Mint. Denver. Oh, 2020 Weir Farm. Too bad it wasn't a Philly or a W Mint. That'd be pretty sweet. Another 82. We'll see what the other 82s we found. Hawaii. Last Hawaii we found was a proof. One proof in the first roll. Here's a 2019. Think we can find another W Mint. West Point Mint. Let's go. Oh no, just a Philly. But we can look for a couple different things. We can look at the four ends of the cross, the plus, or whatever it is. Look for extra metal and then look for an extra wave in this design. South Dakota, neighboring state to North Dakota, obviously. Been there a few times. Homestead, out of Denver. Oh, if this was a Philly, we could look for the leaky bucket. Well, we can still look for the leaky bucket, just for funsies. Got some damage. And then on the Phillies, you can look in this window and see if you can get a doubled water pump handle. Be pretty nice. Here's a Denver, Kansas. We can look for the In God We Rust. These Kansas quarters. Might have a grease air over that T if you're lucky. We are not that lucky. One day though, we look up at enough coins, we're going to find some of these errors. Then we'll be making money. Here's a Wilma Man Killer 2022. There's a scratch on his chin. Nothing crazy. Make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel. I'm going to be dropping a new video on my monthly wheat cent mailer. It's going to be a low cost. It'll be a great gift for kids, grandkids, for yourself. Something to help expand your wheat cent collection or your coin collection. Get kids into coin collecting. It's going to be a small cost. Once a month, mail you a wheat cent and a flip. Maybe some stickers if I can get my hands on some other goodies. Here's a 2020 bat face. We can look at mama's bat face and see if we have the cratered face. And since it's a 2020, we're going to be looking for the W Mint, West Point Mint. Just to Denver. Oh well, you're going back to the bank. We're looking for coins that have extra value. Here's 81. I don't think 81 has anything. Something that adds some value on your modern coins. Everyone's got these coins, got a jar at home. Look through your coins. 2010 Denver. If you have any questions on coins, you can email me, hellmanandhunts@gmail.com. Email me pictures of your coins. I could help guide you in a direction. I'm not going to say it's the right direction or the wrong direction. I'll guide you in a direction. I'll give you my not expert advice, and you can do with it what you will. Here's a 2022 Denver. Maya Angelou. Last one of the coin bunch, South Carolina, 2000 out of Philadelphia. Let's go for roll 3. We found a bicentennial. Let's see here. Found a bicentennial. General okay shape. We found a pretty decent 1971. No major dings. That's pretty sweet. But our best find so far is this guy. San Francisco proof. Out of Hawaii. Look at the shine on that thing. I think it's got some shine to her. Mirror-like finish. You just feel, the edges feel a little different, like the rim. That's awesome. Best find of the night so far. Let's go for another one. Let's go for a W mint, a silver. Oh, I'll include these in my wheat cent mailer too. Custom coin pointer or coin roll opener. I'll customize it for you. I'll send out as many wheat cents as you're willing to pay for, many addresses as you want. It's probably going to be one per though. No silver. Got some shiny edges, but no silver edges. Theodore Roosevelt. Keep on trucking. 96, Philly. We're always looking at edges. We're looking for centering. We're looking for extra cuds or clipped planchets or off centers or die cracks, die chips. I think I got some paint or something in the bottom. Looking for really good condition coins. The Bombay Hook, Philadelphia. Pretty sure there's a die chip on some of these feathers somewhere. If you're lucky. On the bird. There's lots of bird errors. Because obviously there's lots of birds on these coins. So 72 out of Philadelphia. 72. Huh, just Denver's. You gotta look for type H. Reverse. 94 Philly. We're gonna find a W mint in this box. I can just feel it. 2019, can we find a W? Nope, just a Denver. Oh well. Gotta send it back to the bank. There's a 73. This one's in pretty decent shape too. 73 Denver. Nothing on that one, but man, this might be one I can change out in my collection. Another bicentennial. Bicentennial Denver. That means we look for the DDR. DDO, sorry. Double die obverse. We're looking for like these serifs to be split. True doubling. Nothing. I'll just go in the collection. Philadelphia 2020. You should have been a W mint 2020. Welcome, Roberts. Hello, hello. This one, P Yeah, Peace, Salt River Bay. DDO. Doubling visible on In God We Trust as skewed thickening of the letters. On In God We Trust. That is definitely not skewed, definitely not doubled. That's okay though. There's a Nevada out of Denver. We can look for the Nevada pooping horse, believe it or not. I didn't come up with it. Look at that far horse. There's a close horse, a middle horse, and a back horse. Look there down by his legs. Look for the pooping horse. See if I can find it. I think I have an example of that. This is a 2006 Philadelphia pooping horse. So you just got some extra metal down there. Adds a slight amount of value, but we'll take it. Indiana 2002 out of Philly. Nothing special there. Hopefully everyone's having a good Friday night. You know what the best thing about a Friday night is? Or any night is just looking at coins. I don't know a lot about coins, but I have a lot of them, so I'm going to look at them. 2019 should have been a W mint, but we can still look for some extra metal at the ends of these crosses and look for the extra wave in this here design. Next up, another little drummer boy, bicentennial. This one's out of Philadelphia. Going in the keep stack. No DDO on that one. There's a Denver DDO. 82. We'll go on the keep stack for that one too. Keeping 82s and 83s, trying to find good condition 82s and 83s. Speaking of 83, if this is a Philly, we'd be looking for the Spitting Eagle, but it's just a Denver, so we'll just keep it in the 82, 83 pile. Anime Wong from 22. Look for Crying Teardrop, Dyed Chips, things like that. Another Bombay Hook. Denver. Let's check out the bird real quick. See if we can see any anomalies. Nothing. Looking for silver. Come on, silver. Hi ho, silver. Nothing yet. No silver. 95 Denver. Nothing special there. There's a Saratoga from 2015. Another Delaware. Denver, Delaware. I'm still going to check it for a spinning horse, but I think these are generally on Philadelphia's. But we'll look for it. Hey, buddy. You heading to bed? Love you, buddy. Got the maniac getting ready for bed. A little coin helper. He's not helping me out tonight. 2019 Lowell. Could have been a W. Could have been a W for the win. 88 Philadelphia. A little bit newer, 2023. We still look for the Julian George. And the Nose Award and Eleanor's hat. Check out Eleanor's hat. $2014 out of Arches. I've heard it's beautiful there. Arches. There's the third. think this is maybe the third, maybe the fourth drummer boy. These are probably my most common keep out of boxes of coins. We're going to look for the DDO on this one for doubling. Nothing there. Next up, Connecticut, 99. Denver, nothing special. Got a couple left of this roll. Another Eleanor. Check out her hat. I don't know what's so special about her hat. I guess there's more common things on her hat. Hey, there's a 2009 U.S. Virgin Islands. I keep all my 2009 quarters. I feel like they were the hardest for me to come by, these designs. So I'll save that one. Last one of the roll, we have a Vermont 2001 Denver. All right, let's do another roll. Best find so far was that Proof Hawaii quarter. It was pretty awesome. I felt it before I saw it. Come on, buddy. Nothing too shiny, nothing too crazy, but we'll go through it. 1980, starting out. Virginia, 2000. 1992. What do I have in a 92? Nothing. New York, 2001. Gotta remember to reference my sheet a little more often. Some of these I don't remember off the top of my head. There's that Idaho, 2007. Nevada, looking for a pooping horse. Think I can find a pooping horse on this one?
1/4?
On this one, the Nevada one.
Oh, I got a lot of clips.
Yeah, I do.
Is that just from tonight?
No, this is from last time I did quarters. But I have to remember to put them in right away. Check out this one I found. You're going to be so proud of me. Esmint Proof Hawaii.
Hot dog, baby.
Can I get a hot damn?
I'll use that for my pocket change.
No, don't spend it. We tried, guys. We tried. 2021 Denver. We're looking for the burning building, which is just extra metal on the building. Celia Cruz, 2024. No Drew and George, no Nosewort. 1997. Philadelphia. 93. 86. Denver. What kind of coins you guys like looking at? What kind of stamps? What kind of collections? What kind of hobbies are y'all into? Check out George's hat on those 2021s. This summer, I'm hoping to get out and do some metal detecting, do some live metal detecting hunts. So I'll see if I can dig up any wheat cents, go to the park, see if I can find any quarters. 2020 Denver. See if I can go dig up all the quarters that the kids lost so I can bring them down to the cafe and buy ice cream for those same kids. We'll see. If you guys want to sponsor a kid's ice cream, let me know. Crossing the Delaware, Denver. We'll look at his hat here as well. South Carolina. For some reason, South Carolinas are more known for rotated dies. I've read or I've heard. I always gotta check. Check every coin though, because any coin can have a rotated die. Be worth extra. South Dakota, Mount Rushmore. Beautiful place. Needles Highway. Epic drive. Don't drive a big pickup. Don't haul a trailer up there. You get a pain in the butt. Got some schmooze on there. Looking for extra metal. Looking for an extra wave formation. Pretty quiet room tonight. Everybody's pretty tired from the week, I bet. Going into the weekend though. And you have any good weekend plans? Relaxing, vacations. Here's the good old Wisconsin 2004 Denver. Looking for the extra leaf on that corn cob. The elusive extra leaf. 2004 Denver extra leaf. You can get a high leaf and a low leaf. This is neither, unfortunately. Better luck next time. The 2024. This is a newer one. Zitkalasa. But this is what I call a cup holder coin. Just sits in a cup holder, sits in the vehicle for the life of the vehicle. You sell that car to the next guy, or you buy a used car from somebody, you're bound to find a handful of these suckers. You gonna spend them? No. Are you gonna bring them to the bank? No. You're gonna scrap that thing or sell that vehicle with the cup holder coins. That one somehow made it to the bank. I'm not even sure how that happens. Ohio 2002. Come on, let's get some W's. Let's get another proof. Let's get some bicentennials. Here's a 65 Philly. We're going to be looking for that DDO and I believe a DDR as well. 65. Obviously 64 and earlier are all going to be silver. If we found a silver 65, you'd probably be into some money. 65 DDO, 65 DDR. So we're looking at both sides on the 65s. Everyone just tosses them back in the bank or in their change bucket, but they can have some extra value. 65 Philly. Looking for doubling in any of the letters on either side. Pretty easy to remember that. $quarter. Can you holla? Montana, another neighboring state to good old North Dakota. Texas. Anyone from Texas? Where are you guys watching from tonight? Is it Texas? I've had people from Canada, Texas, Virginia. 1976 Denver looking for that DDO. In pretty good shape. Definitely getting in my safe bucket. Just because I like saving them. New Mexico, Denver. It's 85, a little bit off center. You can see that rim on the bottom right. A little fatter. See, it looks like a doubled rim almost. And then on the other side, just regular skinny rim. Pretty cool, but not far off enough. Not far off enough for me to be saving it anyway. Gregory saw one that said, "In God We Rust." Was it a Kansas coin? That's what I look for on a Kansas. I suppose you could probably have them on any coins, but most commonly known on Kansas coins. Last one of the roll, Hawaii 2008 out of Denver. It's a good find, though. Did you find it? Did you save it? You better not put it in your cup holder, unless you're planning on taking it back out after the fact. You know what I feel about cup holder coins. I mean, I'll take them all. I'll look at them. They're super nasty, but hi-ho, where's the silver go? I should really pull out a silver quarter and give you guys an example. But we're looking not for 72 Phillies, but are we? 72 Denvers. Oh man, I'm plugging my scope. It lasts a while, but it's not gonna last forever. Yeah, Kansas, look for "In God We Rust." That's what you're looking for on those. Sweet find, I'll tell you that. I've looked at a lot of Kansas coins. None of them have said that yet, so I'm still looking. All right, 72 Philly, we just established. We don't need to look at a 72 Philly, just Denver's. Alabama, Helen Keller. Wonder if that was her home state. 98 Philadelphia. I wish I knew a little more about the history of all these coins, but I'm not a very well-traveled individual. Here's the New River Gorge in West Virginia. Denver Mint. Minnesota, looking for the extra tree. Right there in the smack dab in that gap. No Gregory, no silver yet, but we did find something pretty cool that I will show you guys. This bad boy right here, a proof coin from San Francisco Mint. Pretty awesome. From Hawaii. Check out the mirror-like finish on that sucker. This is the best find so far. Actually, I should look that up. What year is that guy? 2008. Just look at that. Even under the scope, you can tell. Got an extra shine to it. 2008. Hawaii. Hawaii S clad proof. I'm looking at eBay sold listings. Anywhere from $3, anywhere from $1 to $7. Higher end, like higher end stuff. It's gonna be in those $7 ranges. 2008 proof 69, $7. It's gonna be $1 or $2. I ain't gonna cough at that. It's pretty nice. Definitely saving it. Michigan. You guys been to Michigan? Been to the Great Lakes? Been swimming in the Great Lakes? Some people say it's cold. Here's a regular Hawaii. Trash. Going back to the bank. There's another cup holder coin. Oi, 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 1998. Gregory's been to Michigan. Or at least swam in the Great Lakes. I asked 2 questions really fast back to back there, so yes to at least one of those. I too have swam. Here's a 65 Philly. We're looking for the DDO and the DDR. Check out all the lettering. Look for doubling. We got the reverse. United States of America. $quarter. A worn out A there. It's all good. It's warming up in here a little bit. Chuckles, here from Michigan, huh? The Lake Michigan side of Michigan. Yeah, we established there's some trolls in the house. Don't worry, I won't hold that against you. $19.98. I have swam in Lake Michigan as well. It's a little bit warmer than Lake Superior, depending on the time of the year. But definitely both are chilly if you're not used to swimming in cold water. North Dakota, we have snow today. It's not sticking, it's just been snowing all day long. Just like a little bit. Pictured Rocks. Ever been to Pictured Rocks? Beautiful there. You should go check it out. A little bit off the beaten path, but if you're in Upper Michigan, highly recommend that. Great Basin 2013. That's the sound of an empty cup. Kentucky, Denver. Another 82. Remember I said they did not make proofs in 82 and 83, so I'm saving these just in case I find a good one. Like those aren't probably super great ones, but that's all good. Celia Cruz looking for the Jewel and George and the nose wart on the obverse. Acadia 2012. This took me a long time to find these Acadias when I was trying to fill up my quarter book. Another 82. Put that in the pile there. Salt River Bay 2020 out of Denver. Not West Point like I wanted. Son of a gun. Another Michigander coin. Here's the Southern Mitten. And there's the UP, the Upper Peninsula. Pictured Rocks is like right here, somewhere along this coastline. Maybe right here, I don't know. I can't remember exactly. It's been a few years since I went. North Dakota, thanks for hanging out, Gregory. Thanks for the good luck charm. I might need it. Vermont, 2001. Nothing doing there. If I don't find something sweet, I'm going to have to, I don't know, do something drastic, I guess. White Mountain, here's another one that took me forever to find. Now that I go through coins by the box, I find them all the freaking time. Georgia, I want to always say, Georgia. Yeah, it's a little bit off center there. I think I'll keep that one. It's not super bad, but it's super noticeable. What is that, 5% off center? I don't know how many off centers it needs to be before it starts going off the other side. We'll save that. Alaska. Who's been to Alaska? Give a shout out. I've been to Alaska. This one looks like it has the extra claw on it too, which is what we're looking for. Yeah, I'd call that the extra claw. It's got a hunk of meat there right in between them claws. They should be crisp, clean claws. They can also be damaged, but this one looks like there's a little blobby there for us to have. Pretty sweet. I'll take it. after the stream, I'm going to have to remember to put all these in flips because sometimes I forget, and then all the work you put into hunting the darn coins, you have to go through them again. But sometimes I don't really feel like taking the time during a live stream to put them in flips, even though I should. What I need to do is I need to go track down my stapler. My boy ran off with the stapler. Then he told me it was broken. He told me it was jammed. It wasn't working right. So okay, all right, buddy, I'll fix it. Go find it. I don't know where it's at, Dad. El Yunk. This is probably the last one no, Northern Mariana Islands was my last coin I had to find, but El Yunk, definitely one that was really hard for me to find. I will be keeping this one. De Puerto Rico. All right, we might have time for one or two more. We're going to have to call it for the night. We got a busy day tomorrow. We got sports. We got some city council things to do. We got a birthday dinner to attend. Some shiny edges, but not silver. Pretty sure the machines at the bank these days, they all kick out silver, so that is why it's so important. You have to ask your teller if they have any silver in their drawer, because that's the only way you're going to get it from the bank anyway. Come on, which way does you go? Louisiana. The Louisiana Purchase. 2020 Denver. Come on. Phillies, we can look for a DDO. Denver's or W's we can keep just right off the bat because that's a valuable coin to find. What the heck year is this one? Scratchy Scratcherson. 1990. What a beautiful year to be alive. 1990. There's a Fort McHenry. Look at Old Glory there. Let's put that under the scope. Check out Old Glory. I need some sticker ideas too. I need to make some Hellman and Hunt stickers. Get some merch for you guys. 77 Denver. Probably put Old Glory on a Hellman and Hunt sticker, huh? Pretty sweet. South Carolina. Went there a couple winters ago. Fun place to visit. I should get a coin map and put all the coins that I've been to the States on the map. Try to fill up the map. That'd be kind of fun. Kansas. This is what Gregory found in Godby Rust, Kansas. Oh, we have the In God We Trust. Better luck next time. Chuckles, you looking at coins tonight? Or are you just looking at my coins tonight? Either answer is a good answer. 89. We're going to find a W somewhere. 72 Denver. We have to look for some things on a 72 out of Denver. Let's see here. 72 just for the type H reverse. So we'll look at the reverse, look at these arrows here on the left side of the eagle, and look for those arrow tips buried into that leaf right there. But fortunately, not the right one. 2001 out of New York. Indiana, 2002. Virginia, never been there. The 2014 Everglades. I think there's something in the birds on these ones that you have to look for. Something on the wings. Maybe some dye chips. It's a ratty looking bird. He looks mean. Don't mess with him. 95 Denver. Trying to see if this one's a little bit off center or not. No. Sometimes you flip them and you think, oh man, it's super off center, super rotated, but you just messed up when you rotated it. There's a Jovita Idar. Is that a Jovita Idar? Yes, Jovita. 2023 Philly. $19.94. Any 90s babies? Raise your hand in the house. 2021, we're looking for that extra metal on his hat. That's a major scratch on this guy. Looking for an extra blob of metal up there in the hat. No such luck on this one. Oklahoma, Philly, 2024, Celia Cruz. Appreciate you guys hanging out. Appreciate the likes. Let's get up to 15 likes. We're at 9. We can get to 15. Just double tap your screen there. Helps out the channel. I'm only charging $3.99 tonight. Let's see, 1966. 66 Philly. We're looking for a DDR. Double die reverse. Look at that. We're up to 12 likes. Nice. Thank you guys. Appreciate it. I'll send you a bill in the mail for $3.99. Looking for a DDR. Double die reverse. On a 66 out of Philadelphia. Lots of wear and tear on that guy. He bought a loaf of bread or two. He probably bought a few candy bars, a few ice creams. Fell out in a few playground wood chips. There's a newer one. Stacy Park, Melbourne, from 2025.
Peanut Girls just started the movie. So.
Okay. Tee. What are you guys watching?
We're started Anaconda, but it's PG-13, so we'll see.
Oh, okay. Good luck. 2024, there's a Hope Reverend Dr. The Reverend Dr. Polly Murray. Staring through the O in Hope. Nice. I got a couple for Sean D 78 with some new women quarters. See, look at that. Sean D 78. He told me to save these ones for him. So that I will do. He's going to buy them off me, so don't you worry. There's another Hawaii 2008. Last one of the roll. Arizona 2008. We can look for the extra cactus leaf. The bottom of this cactus here, you see JFM. Look for an extra blob of metal there. All right. Next roll. Who's going to be the lucky one? Oh, Ender Little Drummer Boy. It's in really nice shape. How do you like them apples? And some old one. Ender Drummer Boy. I'm liking that a lot. Let's hit 15 likes, guys. Let's go. We're so close. Like I said, it's $3.99 each like. 1991. Denver, 2003 from Maine. 81. Not in terrible shape. I guess the little drummer boy is going to be on the far end. Here's an Alaska Philly. We're looking for the extra claw on this guy. We just found one of these. Find these pretty often. Hey, there's another extra claw. That's awesome. That's 2 extra claws for this stream tonight, baby. That is worthy of a like and share. Watch this guy. He's a magician on YouTube, obviously. And he does these card tricks and blows you away. And he's like, that is worthy of a like and share. And usually it is. It's like, yeah, of course it is. I will do that. I will like it and I will share it. So this is a 65 Philly. We're looking for a DDO and a DDR. Is that what I think it is? Right there, that thing there. But I don't see it on the bottom of the E. Just looks really suspicious. Just the one letter though. Just the one spot on that E. Must be some dye damage or something. If it was on anything extra than just that one spot on one letter, I'd be really excited, but not really seeing much of anything else on that. It's all good. Look for the DDR. Lots of damage, some scratches on this one. Went through the coin rolling machine, took some beatings. Well, let's keep on trucking. Another 65. We'll look for the same stuff on the 65. I found a 65 with some pretty sweet machine doubling before. Not something I'd get graded, but still a valid mint error. Oi, oi, oi. This coin is nasty. Definitely a cup holder coin. Not gonna be able to see much of anything on that. Not into cleaning coins either, so don't do that. That one's in really good shape, huh? It's got some scratches there. It's in fairly good shape. I'm torn. I'll set it to the side for now. 83 Denver. For your Philly, I'm looking for a spitting eagle, but I'll just put you in the 83 pile. There's a Yellowstone. Look at that bison. I've been to Yellowstone. I don't know if I need to go back though. NDE TV. What kind of coins you got? And where are you located? I'm in North Dakota, so if you're much farther away than that, it's gonna be pretty hard for me to drum up any interest. But curious what you got for sure. If you want to sell them all, send me an email. Maybe I can find someone close by to you. Put out some feelers for you. Email me, hellmanandhunts@gmail.com. If you feel so inclined. Or if you just want to let everyone know that you want to sell coins, that's fine. I don't mind. Bombay Hook 2015. We're going to look up this bird. Look for any extra metal. Anything out of the ordinary. 87. Man, I start getting mixed up on some of these coin years. Like, oh, yeah, 87 Denver, you gotta look at. Nope, that's pennies. 2020 could have been a W. They should make a song about that. Nebraska, Chimney Rock. Never been there. Harper's Ferry out of Denver. We'll look for some leaky buckets if we're so lucky. Hey, crossing in Delaware. Look for extra metal up in the hat. Man, this coin scope's been a lifesaver. Get up close and personal on these things. Be able to check out different errors. Be able to look for doubling. An eye saver for sure. So if you're interested in looking at coins, get a scope. It's so much easier. There's the Delaware Denver. I think this Phillies has a spitting horse, but we'll look anyway. Arizona, looking for the extra cactus leaf. Down at the bottom of the cactus. Should be down there by the initials JFM. "2019 River of No Return." No. Yeah, River of No Return. I always think of Up a Creek Without a Paddle when I see this one. Wish we'd find some silver in these things, though. It'd be pretty awesome. 84 Denver. What can we see on these? Nothing. Another Bombay hook. Philadelphia. Look for some extra metal. Die chips. "65 Philly." These are fairly common. 65 Phillies. Gives us something to look for anyway. Got a dent in the rim there. Pretty clean compared to the last one I looked at, huh? In God We Trust. And then we'll look for a DDR. Double die reverse. Any of the letters on the front or back. Looks like a grease error on that S. There's no other damage around it, like it got gouged or anything, so definitely a grease strike. Got some machine doubling. Look at that. On this A, a little bit on the C, a little bit on the I. A little bit of machine doubling. I'll save that one. Got a grease strike and machine doubling. Just means the planchet was jumping around a little bit when they punched her. Another Bombay hook. Check for some extra metal real quick. Here's Alaska. 2008 Denver. We'll still look at the paw here. See, that one's nice and clean. No extra claws on that one. There's a Montana, big sky country. Philly, effigy mound, looking for a double to utter. Not found one of these yet. Maybe it's just on the. It's just on this one, but haven't found one yet, so don't know for sure. U.S. Virgin Islands. These ones were pretty hard for me to find, so I save all my 2009s just for funsies. And the beautiful little drummer boy, Ender. It's in fine shape. 1976 Denver. Looking for that DDO. Cool's got 8 Alaska extra claws. I think I have maybe 5, something like that. I have some that I saved from a while back, but never got them put in flips, just in a container somewhere. And then I found 2 tonight, and I think I have 2 more in flips right here too. So awesome. Keep on hunting. That's what it's all about. This one we're looking for double die obverse. This one's in really nice shape. I also saved another one. I don't know if it's in as nice shape as this one. Yeah, like no scratches, no bag marks. Just beautiful coin. That's why I had to go on a flip. You look at it, it's like, man, that stands out. This one definitely got a lot more wear, but definitely still a really nice looking coin. So I'm still saving that one as well. And that was the last one of that roll. Should we go for another one? Try to get up to 20 likes on the stream here. We're at what, 12 likes? We can do better. I expect more of you guys. Get up to 20. All you gotta do is double tap that screen. It's free, helps the channel. Better yet, go ahead and hit subscribe on your screen there. That way you can have all of the fun. You get all of the videos that I put out. You can get 8 extra claws like Cool has. Cool 5410. It's got 8 extra claws. That's awesome. Let's continue on here. 2011 Chickasaw, Philadelphia. See if we find an extra claw, a burning building on these 2021s. Some damage on there. Look at the goggles real quick. .23. Gotta check out the nose a little bit closer and then check out Eleanor's hat. Oh, just some damage. I thought I saw a little blob of metal there, but just a scratch. Back to back Eleanor's. She wanted to get in the stream here. 89 out of Denver. Nothing going on there. Kentucky, 2001. We're looking at NGC Coins website, their Variety Plus reference resource. 2018 Voyagers. We're looking at this duck, or this loon, or whatever it is. Look right about there for some extra metal. 2025. And another new one, Stacy Park Milburn. Dude, where'd you get your hands on 2026 quarters? That's what I want to know. Rural North Dakota, those are pretty tough to come by. And plus, I've heard they're going on eBay for like crazy amounts of money for rolls of them. Mayflower quarters. I'd just love to get my hands on some. Another 2008 Alaska. Looking for that extra claw. That's awesome. Appreciate you sharing too. Gives me hope. One day I might be able to find something. 2020 looking for the W mint. Can we be so lucky? No, we can't. Just a Denver. If there's at least a Philly, we could look for that DDO. Chickasaw 2011. Man, what I wouldn't do to get some Mayflower quarters. It'll be years, if at all, before they start coming up here. 74. Nothing going on there. Buddy called me the other day. Hey, if you get your hands on any Mayflower quarters, let me know. He's interested. I said, I'll let you know, but I'm not paying premiums for them just yet. And I'm certainly not going to get them at the bank. You must live in the city, huh? 71 out of Denver. Let's see, 71 Denver. We're looking for that DDR and type H reverse. Lucky duck. Got Mayflowers in store change. I would consider that lucky. But like I said, I'm rural. We don't get anything until years later. Started getting 2025 quarters in store change. So yeah, looks like a grease mark on this one. Pretty poor stamping of letters there. Put that in the save pile. I think quarters have more than other stuff in quarters than any other denomination. What's up, Duke? Thanks for subscribing. Appreciate it. I'll send you a bill in the mail for $3.99 for your troubles. Really appreciate that. It does help with the channel quite a bit. I'm looking to do a 2,000 subscriber giveaway. We're still a ways out, but you can only win if you're subscribed. Kentucky. The Philly. Theodore Roosevelt, another North Dakota quarter. What a man. He's a man's man. Denver, Ellis Island. I found some Ellis Island ones with these faces that are messed up. Specifically this chick right here. She's had some major scars across her face or something. Like not scratches, but mint airs type stuff. Pretty fun to find them. Can we find a W? 2019s and 2020s. Always gotta look for the W. 13 likes on the stream. Let's get up to 20. Here's an 83. I think this is a Philly. If it's 83 Philly, yep, we're looking for the Spitting Eagle. 1983 Spitting Eagle. I'll show you guys a picture of it. Here's what the 83 Spitting Eagle looks like. Nice little line from his beak down to his wing there. And then some of the other examples, something like that. A couple lines. I'm not sure what this one's showing. Die state, severe die clashing left. A raised ridge from Washington's neck below the eagle's beak. Yeah, so this is kind of what we're looking for right here. 83 Philly Spitting Eagle. See if we can find it. No dice. Shoot. That's why it's called hunting and not catching, right? Otherwise, my channel would be called Hellman and Catches, and that'd be weird. 2021, crossing the Delaware, looking for extra metal up in his hat. That's a very clean one there. North Carolina 2001. You talking about spitting eagles? Yeah, spitting eagles. You got 10 of them? Holy smokes. Are you pulling my leg? Shawnee 2016. Did you buy them all or did you find them? Here's a Bessie Coleman. We're looking for the burning plane. 2023 Bessie Coleman. Looking for extra die chips on this plane here. Look for the burning plane. Real talk, he says. So did you find them or did you buy them? That's my next question. Either way, it's cool. Love to have some. Part of me is super stubborn. I just don't really want to buy things. I just want to find them. But yeah, you got a few years on me, 40 years. You will have at least 10. So let's see, 40 years, and you have 10 of them. So 4 per year. So I'm due for a couple, at least. We'll see. Jay, this scope, I have a link to this scope. If you head over to my channel, one of the links I have on there is this specific scope. I think is like $38. It's a 4.3 inch. It's got digital and manual zoom. It's rechargeable, can go off a battery or be plugged in. Got the extra side lights on it, a couple of them for extra lighting if you need different angles and stuff. This one, like I said, I think it's about 35 to 40 bucks. You can find them cheaper if you want to help out the channel. Hey man, go use my link. I would appreciate it. This is just the one I like. I've looked at lots of them, and it's kind of hard to tell online what works, what doesn't. This one works for me. I'll just say that much. Dennis, you got a spitting horse? Nice. That was awesome. I'm pumped for all you guys. I don't sell these scopes, but I have an affiliate link. It'll bring you to Amazon, or you can just go to Amazon if you want to do that. Search coin microscope, and you'll come up with 100 of them. But this is the only one that I can vouch for. Like I said, there's a link on my channel for it. Let's go to another roll. Let's try this one. What do we got? Couple of coins. Maybe we can find some. Maybe we can find a W mint in here. One time I had a roll, but it was rolled with the paper inside out, so it was white, and it's like you see the orangish a little bit through it. I was like, man, customer wrapped rolls, this is unreal. I thought I was gonna find like entire silver rolls, but no. Bank papers are just backwards. I got pretty disappointed pretty quickly. Denver, 2021, look for burning buildings. You're my kind of people. I would just prefer to find them rather than buy them. Because you can buy whatever you want. You just gotta have a lot of money. You know what? You know why I look at bankrolls? Because I don't have a lot of money. That's all. Another 2021. One day we'll find a burning building. Once we get 40 years in. Bombay hook. So here's the burning building. This is eBay sold listings. So right here, looks like a big gouge. I think it's a gouge. Or it's a bump, I'm not quite sure. But basically a huge deformation coming out of the building. Looks like a burning building there. That's what I'm looking for. That's what I've heard. Hopefully that helps you. Got a $1 double print star note. I don't even know what that would mean. That sounds cool. Dennis from Canada. Welcome, welcome. Glad to have you. I'm selling likes for $3.99. That cool little brush up there by the bird's head. Another Everglades 2014 Philly. Ha. I got a story about that. So I work with some guys in Texas and in North Dakota, obviously. And he knows I'm into coins. He's like, "Oh, I got all these coins down here in Texas." So went down to Houston, did some work, and I was like, "Hey, you got those coins?" He's like, "Yeah, I got those coins." So he gives me a gallon jug, like a milk jug full of quarters, chuck to the brim. Like, dang, I need to. So I went back to my hotel room and dumped them out all on the bed, and I like stayed up for a couple hours going through them all, looking for silver, obviously looking for W mints, and then looking for the major error coins that I know about. And I didn't have a scope or anything. So finally, I got through them all, and I was like, "Hey, man, do you want me to bring these back to you or whatever?" He's like, "No, you can take them home with you. You can go through them. Just pay me whatever's in there." So I put them in my backpack. My backpack was about, I don't know, what does a gallon jug of quarters weigh? 35 pounds, roughly. I had them in all different types of pockets, trying to distribute the weight a little bit, try not to put too much weight on any one zipper. Show up to the airport the next morning to fly back to North Dakota. And I put my bag up there, and the TSA guy grabs it to put it through the x-ray scanner. He's like, looks at me, he's like, "What's in here?" It's like, "Oh, just some coins." He's like, "The coins are going to need to come out." I was like, what do you mean?" He's like, "They all need to come out. Like, you can't scan through coins. It's a bunch of metal." All right. So the line's backing up behind me. I sent some people around me and took all these coins out of these pockets, put them in their own tub, and everyone's looking at me. There's quarters everywhere. Finally sends my bag through. And they're like, "No, there's more something in here. Bring it back, empty more, send it through." Then the lady had to go through it because I didn't get them all. There's a bunch of pockets in my backpack. So I've heard, though, if you put them in gallon bags, then they can see through the bag and you just pull out the bags instead of having a bunch of loose coinage. So it's a little learning moment for you guys. That was pretty fun. The guy I was traveling with was super embarrassed and he did not want to be by me. So he just kind of took off through security. It's all good, though. I have a video I put up. Friends don't let friends use the Coinstar. So I tried to do the same thing. Somebody got a bucket of change lying around, I'll buy it off of them. I'll even go through it and tell them what they have. Thanks, Cool. What is it? Cool D. I'll call you Cool 5410. Appreciate the sub. Helps out the channel. Helps me, I don't know, go through some coins, I guess. Cool Ed. There we go. That makes sense. Sometimes they're kind of hard to figure out, so appreciate that. Theodore Roosevelt from 2016. We'll finish up this roll and we'll wrap it for the night. I would love to go through all over the coins tonight, but unfortunately I don't have time to do that. Got my coin set up in the bedroom, so once it's bedtime, it's bedtime. Wife doesn't want to listen to me clinking coins all night, talking to you guys, so if you have any information that I can convince her with, you know, let me know. I'll give it a shot. Harper's Ferry from 2016. I try to go live on the weekends, a couple times during the week if I can. So if you guys want to come back on the next one too, be more than happy to have you. I also learn things on these streams, so it's not just me talking to myself sometimes. 2019, looking for the W. Been pretty elusive tonight. I wish I could find one of these too. Have found these before, the 2021 cross in the Delaware. Looking for a blob of metal on his hat. Handful more here. The Harper's Ferry. Appreciate you guys hanging out tonight. Pitching in. Helping me out. Edith Kanaka Ole. There's the first one of those tonight. Die Clash on the obverse. 81 Denver. Thanks, Jay. Appreciate you hanging out. I try not to be too crazy. I just try to be myself. Just try to look at coins. And there's some other channels that they try to keep you on there by being a crazy nut job, but that's not really my style. So appreciate you hanging out, Jay. Thanks for coming, Dennis. Appreciate all you guys. Here's a Maria Tall Chief. Got a few more left, and we're going to wrap it for the night. I have a busy day tomorrow. Saturday is going to be a busy day. Got sports to go to, city council, birthday dinner for the wife. And the last coin we got, Dennis, I'll have to come visit your channel as well. I'll look you up afterwards. So the best one we found by far, I'll just review this one. San Francisco, Hawaii proof, clad proof. That is awesome. My favorite find tonight, worth a couple bucks. Thanks for hanging out, Cool Ed. Hope to see you on another one someday. Talk more about those Mayflower quarters that you got. I'm a little jealous, not gonna lie. So, all right, once again, thanks everybody. I'm gonna be doing a wheat cent mailer, monthly wheat cent mailer coming up in the next month or so, or by next month. I want to have the initial video dropped for it. It's gonna be just a handful of dollars. You'll get a wheat cent in a flip, and hopefully I'll get some stickers made up by then, maybe get some other cool merch for you guys. But you can sign up your kids, you can sign up your grandkids, you can sign up yourself. Once a month, send you a wheat cent. It'll be I got a big old bag of wheat cents. I just want to help the younger generations start their collections or help you expand yours. Be a great gift. So make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss that initial video. So, all right, you guys have a good night. I'm calling it there. Thanks, everybody.